what do the White Sox do? Because do they pick that option up and, pay him $15 million because, what if he means to the baseball community, what he means to just the community in general, because of the person he is and just the unfortunate break that this is? Or do you defer it and do you just give him the freedom to, rehab and rest up and do what he wants? You are going to give him, $15 million either way, so it's not a bad thing.
I mean, it's an interesting question, and we'll find out, obviously. I think there are a lot of really good pros to doing what you said, and, everybody always looks at this from a spreadsheet standpoint, from a video game standpoint. There's a person standpoint to it as well, and for as much crap as Jerry Reinsdorf takes for the loyalty that he exhibits to his employees, there are good sides to that. Mm-hmm. And it would, something like this would seem in line with the way some things have happened for the White Sox in the past in terms of keeping people around. So maybe that's an option, but who knows? We've seen teams, the Cubs come to mind, sign guys who they knew were not going to play for them in a year. Now, granted, the reason usually is because they think the following year they can have them under contract. I believe it was during the winter meetings one year where they gave, was it Drew Smiley, who they gave a 2-year contract to, knowing that the first year he wasn't going to pitch for them, and then the hope was on the other in that second year he would, and I believe there was maybe an option attached, something like that, to protect the club. But basically, they were paying him to get better. Yep. With the idea that on the other end, he would be able to be better for them. Now, Liam's contract is over at the end of next year, even if they do pick up that option. But maybe there is something they can change around and work out, so it's more of a situation like that. This is all very speculative, just totally guessing at things that might or might not even be possible. But I think that this is a different situation given the type of person that Liam is, the type of clubhouse presence he is, the type of pitcher, the high quality of pitcher that he is, and what he just went through personally, what that meant for him, what that meant for the team, and for baseball at large.
Well, and two, I feel like it's just an awful headline to see White Sox decline option on Liam Hendriks as he's
on cancer survivor Liam
right.
Hendriks.
It's all just the phrasing will always be horrible, even though he is guaranteed money with them declining that option. Like, he is going to get $15 million, and Fred says, they could decline it and then sign him to a league minimum deal, and he can have that insurance or whatever. They could Drew Smiley him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the contract initially was built, and it has to be something where the $15 million on the team is more detrimental than the $15 million deferred, as far as the 2024 payroll is concerned. That's the only reason I could see the White Sox declining that option and then doing the deferred payments, just so we can get off the books. It doesn't count as $15 million for the 2024. They can have a little bit more financial flexibility. But I think, like Vinnie said, Jay Reinsdorf has done things that he didn't need to do. And if you guys remember Jay Williams, the Bulls rookie point guard, in that summer, he rode his motorcycle on the north side and hit a tree. He was pretty much done for his career. Jay Reinsdorf didn't have to pay him. He violated his contract right there by riding a motorcycle and getting into an accident. And instead, he did pay him. He paid him out his rest of his rookie contract, and so Jay Williams can be financially secure in that fashion. But yes, like I said with what Vinny just said, loyalty goes both ways. It's sometimes bad if you just have people on your team that you never fire, but also the comfort of, hey, this guy, if I work hard for him, won't do me wrong when it comes time to when I'm in hard times or financial difficulties, or not even, Liam's not in financial difficulties, but he probably would want health insurance, even though he can pay for his own. But throughout the team, it's probably a little bit more easier going to the same doctors. Don't have to go through the hassle of changing, your doctors if you don't want to. And so I think Jerry and the rest of the White Sox will do the right thing. And if they do the thing where they decline the option, it would be strictly business. And hopefully they do, like Fred says, sign him to a 1-year deal so he's still on the insurance.
Well, let's remember this, too. You bring up, sign him to a league, decline the option, sign him up to a league minimum deal. You don't think there are other teams out there that would want Liam Hendriks for
Hell yeah.
2025.
Hell yeah.
And so it might not be a league minimum deal. It might be a 2-year deal that costs you several $1 million because look at, like I said, with what the Cubs did, you don't think there's some team out there who would want to do that same thing with a multi-time all-star closer, a guy who the last time he was on the mound was one of the best closers in baseball. That strikes me as something that would be interesting to more teams than just the one that has the direct relationship with him right now.